Welcome back. The State of the Industry report released by Decorex late last year is a snapshot of the current state of the contemporary South African decor, design and interiors world. The report reveals 15 key trends in thinking materially, aesthetics and the relevance of our African context, and is an informative showcase of where we are at, where things are going and what opportunities and challenges lie ahead. For more on this, let's now chat to design aficionado Belle Bellingham, who joins us now via Zoom. Belle, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good stuff. Good to have you on the show this morning. First of all, tell us more about this report and why it was so important for you guys to look into the state of the design industry.
Well, for us at Decorex, we are the largest exhibition for decor, design and lifestyle products. So it's very important for us that we understand the reality for the creative professionals operating in our industry. We also think that you manage what you measure. So we wanted to really go into the industry. We interviewed many designers, architects, business people to really get their sense of what it feels like to be operating in the industry, in order for us to then collect all that information, put it into a powerful report that people can use as inspiration and as a tool that we can really start to ramp up our industry and I guess create the change that we would like to see happen in the industry.
What are some of the major findings that are contained in this report?
Lots. I think key amongst them is designers are really starting to feel the responsibility we have to create positive social change.
Yes.
We realize specifically from a responsible design point of view, designers often have created a lot of the waste and the kind of things that have contributed to the climate crisis. So we need to start changing that. And we really feel that. Design is such a powerful tool to create change. It affects all aspects of our lives. So we really are in a good position to be able to start making the changes that so desperately need to happen so that we start mitigating some of the things that are contributing to the climate crisis. So that's key amongst a lot of it, is this really the social responsibility and also the collective impact that we can have if we start collaborating together. So that's a huge one, I think, specifically within our South African design industry, but also across our borders, to our neighboring countries, across our continent. We really can start to shift the needle if we start collaborating. So a lot of the respondents explain that.
And how is this report going to benefit industry professionals and consumers alike?
Well, I hope it kind of empowers everyone to make better decisions. We've got a lot more data at our fingertips now.
Yes.
This is our first report like this, but we really want to start building on them, and really that is going to require the industries co-collaborating in creating these.
Right.
But it's a tool, it's a resource, it's information that then can either confirm what everyone's believing, and so I think one of the key things you're realizing is a lot of designers feel a bit lonely in what they're doing. So we're trying to figure out all of our problems on our own, whereas this report is saying this is what all of your colleagues are also feeling. How do we do this? How do we work together to fix things, I guess. So it's a tool. It's also inspiration.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I understand that the State of the Industry report is expected to become an annual publication going forward, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. And my dream is to start kind of making them more specific to aspects of our industry. This is quite a broad snapshot that looks at the creative economy and I guess innovation systems or the innovation ecosystem. But we'd really start to drill down into architecture, drill down into product design, material sciences. So at the moment, yes, but it is, we will just build and make them better.
Yeah. And what would you say are some of the major design trends from this year that we will see blow up in the next year?
I think sustainability. I mean, it's all I bang on all the time, but you really started to see that this year, that it's no longer just lip service or a nice to have, or we really should get to that. It's now an imperative, and brands will be completely cancelled if they do not start really living a more sustainable design practice. And it's an absolute opportunity for us more than anything. It's a responsibility, but also within that, we get to start experimenting with new materials, which makes a new aesthetic, new systems. So sustainability, I would say, is first and foremost, and there are lots of offshoots of that. Post-pandemic, cocooning obviously became very important in terms of we really reevaluated the role of our homes in our lives and how important they are in terms of they shape all manner of our daily adventures, I guess. So that's really I think, growing, that people are not just having trendy homes or they don't have to look picture perfect anymore. It's how does my home really serve me? How does it serve my family? So I think those are major trends that we also picked up on.
And how was the year 2022 like for designers?
Ooh, it's good. We're starting to, see the light again, I think, which is really exciting. And things started to pick up. I think it was exciting. Decorex, obviously, we relaunched again. So we had a great opportunity to really spend a lot of time in the industry, hearing from everyone. And I think it's a positive sentiment. People are starting to feel very optimistic again, and excited about what we can achieve. Obviously, it's no secret that Africa is on trend. So the whole world is looking specifically at our design industries. And I think we realize we don't want them to just look at us for inspiration, but we want to be part of everything that everyone is doing. So, Africa is well placed to become the next manufacturing hub for design. So I think all of us are starting to realize that. And it was last year that kind of we started thinking, okay, how do we capitalize on this and run with it?
Okay. Now speak to us about the Decorex and design events that will be held this year. What can we expect from that?
Well, Cape Town, we are launching on the 22nd of June till the 25th at the CTICC. And then a couple of weeks later, we moved to Joburg to the Sandton Convention Centre on the 3rd to the 6th of August. And last year we had a complete reimagination of our shows. We really want them to become more and more relevant, more and more accessible to more of the population. So we're hoping to build on a lot of the changes we made last year. Key amongst that is that we really want to prove how relevant decor, design, architecture are to everyone. And it's a tool for living. So we're really trying to make it more open to a lot more people, and that it's not just for a handful of people who are interested in the creative, or their homes, whatever. Our home, everyone has a home. Everyone is very proud of their home. So we want to make it, we're trying to really open it up, I guess I've said that. And then at the same time, I say that we have consolidated the shows a little bit more so that they become very specific design adventures. So just building on that. But literally you can come and you'll see design, decor, things to renovate your home with. Your garden is very important, obviously. There is a huge section on kitchens as well.
Okay. All right. So for those who want to attend, how do they take part?
You can, tickets will, they're not on sale yet, but you can pre-register and get your ticket before the shows or arrive. You're welcome just to arrive. Trade can register before, and we'd love you to join at no charge, and then we'll have a trade program. So obviously, as a trade show and consumer show, we cater to the consumers so that they can come and see what they can do in their home, but we also have an obligation to serve trade. So for trade to come and network, to do some great business, to get inspired, we'll have talks. This year we also have content theatres on every floor, which will be running a very compelling program so that you can upskill. I think that's another thing we learned last year, that everyone needs to upskill in many ways. So we would like to provide that service.
All right, Belle, all the best, and thank you so much for chatting to us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was design expert, writer and trend researcher Belle Bellingham, and she's been speaking to us about some of the major trends to keep an eye on this year.